Is there an ingredient that you personally refuse to cook with?
I don't have any interest in using Spam. I'm sorry.
A recipe that you had in any of the books that you wish you didn't put in the book?
No, and honestly, the recipes that I tend to be like, oh my God, I hate that photo, or that's like, ugh, that recipe, they're everyone's favorite.
What ingredient do you swear by for flavor that you can't live without?
Smoked paprika. It's not overpowering, but it tends to add a lot to most dishes, and it's a really great color, and I'm all about aesthetics. We eat with our eyes.
Potluck. What's your go-to ultimate potluck meal that you're bringing?
Oh, chili. I love chili.
What's in the chili?
Well,
Nothing's off the table? I can ask you anything?
luckily, I don't really have a lot of dirty laundry, so we're good to go there.
All right, let's get started. This is my second live recording. I did a bunch in Mexico, and you're the first here in the States.
It's so random that you did these in Mexico.
I
Were they
know.
like resorts or
It
something?
was a resort.
Like conference
Yeah.
situation?
Exactly.
Got you.
Wanderlust.
That's what I figured when you said that. I was like,
Yeah, it was a wellness retreat.
that's what I figured.
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
Tegan, welcome back to the podcast.
Well, thank you for having me. Yes, second time.
Second time.
That's exciting.
Last time we recorded in LA at the Dear Media Studios.
We did.
What have you been
I
up?
prefer Cleveland, just so everybody knows.
That's right, baby. I do too.
I do. Yeah, no.
Cleveland over Los Angeles any
I do not
day.
need to be in LA. Thank you.
No. So you used to live in LA, right?
I mean, for 3 months.
Okay.
It was very brief when I was 18, guys. Yes. Yeah. I forgot about that.
I'll remind you.
Yeah. Maybe that scarred me for life.
So what have you been up to since you've been on the podcast last?
Oh my good. Well, when was I on the podcast
It was
last?
maybe 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, something like that.
Well, guys, we've cranked out a lot more recipes in those 2 years, that's for sure. But we've done so much. We have not only built our community, and that's really what we focus on, honestly, is the numbers of our community and building you guys, because that's really why I do what I do. So it's not necessarily like growing a big social media number or whatever. It's really focusing in on our website, because social media is very scary these days and you can't control it. So focusing in a lot on our website. I've been doing a lot of in-person events and things like that, which are really, really exciting. We're working on product. I think that we put out a new cookbook in the time that
We talked around the release of one, but yes, and then you have one come out.
There's 4 cookbooks total. There's a 5th cookbook in the works.
Exciting.
So lots of different things I'm drawing a blank, honestly. But yes, we're working. Our big focus is really working on product, working on the cookbook, of course. We're doing a lot more in-person events, so I'm really excited about those. Those have been really, really fun. People really enjoy the cooking aspect of it. They really enjoy meeting, and I love it too. It's a great one-on-one connection. I think that we crave that a little bit more now, so much after COVID. Like everybody's just like, get me off the internet and I want to be in person. So, and I love that because I am not a Zoom girl either. I hate Zoom. Hate it.
When being as busy as you are, do you have a set structure with hours, or are you just free flow for the day? What's your week look like?
Well, when I'm home in Colorado, I am pretty set. I'm cooking. Because I've been traveling so much, that is like where I really do the bulk of my cooking, especially because we have, like, not only I've been traveling so much, but my family's been traveling so much. So it just makes sense to be like, when I'm home, I'm really focused on cooking. And when I am traveling, that's when I really take a bulk of my meetings. I plan things in between the travel days and stuff like that. And then I'm doing different events and things like that, and working on, the behind the scenes of it all, which really I think nobody, there's a lot of behind the scenes involved in creating a website, keeping it running, AI, always something new that you got to deal with and adjust with. So, there's a lot of behind the scenes, yeah.
What's an essential part of the business side of things that people would be surprised to know about? Like, what's something that is just something you never talked about, but you need on a day-to-day basis?
I mean, we work on the website on a day-to-day basis. I think that what a lot of creators did when, Instagram and especially TikTok became such a thing is they really Well, you're seeing it now. They're going backwards. They're going to Substacks or whatever it is.
Substack.
Yeah, Substack.
Yeah.
And they're going to their email news list, and they're going to building out their websites again. And we never lost focus of that. That was always the core. And we make the bulk of our income we make the majority of our income through the website, which is amazing because I don't rely on social media to fund anything or, any kind of whatever. But so we spend a lot of time on that. We spend a lot of time working on SEO, which is like the back end of the website, and then different partnerships. We really only have focused on long-term partnerships. We haven't done a lot of different collaboration or, brand deals, they call them. I call them one-offs because it's like you work with a brand once and it's like, where's the value in that? So I really like to work with brands. If I'm going to be working with a brand or doing a collaboration on a long-term basis, there's more candles coming. There's additional product from the candles coming, like in that realm of the world. And so that's been a long-term partnership that it's almost, I think, 3 years now. So we have other partnerships like that. We're working kind of behind the scenes on building those out, working on those, building the product.
You mentioned product. You mentioned candles.
Yeah.
What are there any products you're working on that you can talk about?
Well, I think everybody knows I'm really trying to get tabletop out into the world. It is a very tricky thing. Because I'm very particular about it. I would never want to give the community anything that I don't fully love. I think I've been a little too picky. But also you have to really be careful with your partners. If you are partnering with someone, like a manufacturer or someone that's going to help you bring it to market, right? You got to make sure that whatever you're getting yourself into is not going to hinder you later on, or you're going to hate yourself for it afterwards. But you live and you learn too. So,
how do you know what products are you talking to your community? Are you asking what they want? What's that look like?
I live on social media, but not because I scroll. I don't scroll social media. Don't ask me who I follow because it's literally, yes, there's like 300 people that I follow or something. I don't follow. I don't scroll. I don't watch stories unless it's like my brother's. And even then I tend to miss them. So, I'm not very on social media in that way, but I'm in my DMs. I'm, it's interacting with people, seeing what people are making, seeing what people are asking for, replying to, my Instagram stories, what they're saying, what they're emailing us about, what they're commenting on the website about. Like, it's really great feedback that you're getting without even asking. But even if you ask it, you'll get that too. So yes, it's very clear that everyone wants some tabletop from me. I'm sure they would appreciate some dried foods and spices and things like that, which is also possibly in the conversations as well. But those are a little less exciting to me. I love to do tablescapes and things like that and the aesthetic of it all.
Okay.
So I would love to build that out.
Forgive my ignorance. When you say tabletop, you mean like...
I'm sorry. Dishes.
I'm in functional medicine, so help me out.
Yes, right. So we're talking tableware, right? Silverware, your plates, your bowls.
Got it.
Some of your bakers that you're using.
So the aesthetics of life and cooking
exactly,
in the kitchen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Exciting. So it's not out yet, but it's in the works. So are they sending you and then you're like, nah, this has to go back?
Well, yeah, it's where there's been a lot of that. There's been a lot of finding the right manufacturer, someone that can make it, a high quality product. Chemicals are kind of a thing that we're all thinking about right now. I'm like in my grandpa's house, and I'm like, these pans, like I like to bring myself to use them. I'm like, what am I eating off of?
PFAS free.
Yes. Yes.
Forever chemicals free. You're vetting all of that stuff.
Yeah. But, I'm also not crazy about it. It's like an 80-20 lifestyle kind of thing.
Yeah,
and,
I know.
Yeah, the chemicals are a scary thing for sure. So I don't want those in any of my products is all that I really care about, I think brands like Caraway Home and what's the other one?
Our Place.
Our Place, yes. I use Caraway. I really would like to try that. Is it the Our Place? Their air fryer thing?
Air fryer, yeah.
Because I've never had an air fryer, but theirs looks actually really great.
Oh, I'll get you in touch with them. I think
I think they've reached out before, so I
Yeah.
don't think it's a problem.
No,
but yeah.
it's not a problem.
That actually looks very beneficial for like, especially like Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff like that when
Yeah.
you're entertaining.
I mean, yeah, people don't know that these appliances that people use on a daily basis can be really a home, a source of these forever chemicals.
I listen to too many podcasts also, so like
Yeah.
you learn a lot through a podcast.
I apologize for that. And sometimes it's like this Pandora's box, and you can't unsee what you have seen, or unlearn what you've learned.
I try not to like do what you can, you know, do what you can.
Exactly.
Because there's so much that you can cut out, and then
Yeah.
it's like you're not living life. So.
Exactly. That's what I would say. Do the best you can. If sometimes the stress and anxiety almost always is worse than the thing. So be proactive, be informed, but don't be obsessive.
I would
That's
agree.
my take on it.
That's the great take. You said it much more beautifully than I could ever say it.
Okay, so let's go. The products. Do you have like a timeline when you think they'll be out?
I mean, we did, and now we don't. So that just tells you something right there. But I'm very hopeful. We're it's like it's a big focus. So, but no timeline right now.
Okay, so you mentioned social media and that changing, and you have these content creators and that are kind of beholden to the algorithm, beholden to the changes of social media landscape. How have you seen it change since I talked to you last? And you mentioned kind of being free, like you use it almost like as an email communication with your community, but you're not like trapped by it either.
Yeah, I mean, guys, I have 5 million followers. You know, that's not like that's a lot, but like the amount of people that actually see my content on social media is I don't even know the percentage. Don't ask me to do math, but it is so small. You would be absolutely shocked. So, no, I really do not rely on social media. It's a nice tool, of course. But our email news list is our email letter. Like if you subscribe to the website, that is massive. We have a great open rate. It's actually one of the best, I'm told, of our email, like
category.
Yeah, and like the
industry average.
Yeah, I don't know though, because open rates are really hard. A lot of you, I mean, how many of you guys subscribe to emails and you don't even open them because you're like, that's junk? There's probably a lot, is my guess.
And then I don't know about you, but like I never click, and maybe I'm a bad Gmail user, but I don't always go to the promotions folder, and that's where a lot of those emails go. Have you mastered the don't go to the promos folder?
I mean, I think I have settings shut off on my email so that I don't get those, because I'm also the girl that has no notifications on her phone. Like you can't get a hold of me, period. Yes, I must have those turned off because I don't get those promotions.
Okay.
You know.
Maybe it's just a me problem.
I tend to go like right away whenever I log into something and like set something up. Notifications off, promos off. Don't bother me, off.
So this most recent book, what was the process like of what's going to be in the book? What are the recipes?
Quick and cozy. Yeah, we did. I did release Quick and Cozy after I spoke.
Yeah, it was November,
with you. Yeah,
right?
that was just. It hasn't even been a year. What am I thinking? Quick and Cozy. Okay, so Quick and Cozy Quick and Cozy is a great Cleveland cookbook, guys. Because it's very much that it's quick and it's cozy, and I associate a lot of cozy foods with Cleveland just because, like, we all know the winter here is no fun. And it's brutal and it is long, and yeah, so you want your cozy foods there. I mean, the process for this last book was a very, very condensed, which I actually really prefer, to be honest with you. It takes 2+ years to make a cookbook, you guys. And they want those 2+ years, your publisher, or they ideally want 3. Do you have a book?
Yeah, I have a few books.
Did you? Yeah, you have a lot, right?
Yeah.
So you know how it goes.
Yeah, those crash
But yours
schedules.
don't take as long though, because you don't have all the recipes, right?
Yeah, I have some recipes, but then all full recipe books. Yeah, so it's a different schedule than I don't know what you experienced.
What is your schedule?
Well, my first book was what they call a crash schedule, so it was kind of quick and dirty. It was very tough.
My time. I like that.
But yeah, but normally it's the same thing. It's 2+ years. Yeah, because it's all the people that will have to look through it after you write it.
So usually when someone is creating a cookbook and there is there is the recipe developer. There's the photographer. There is someone that usually, the editor, someone's usually helping with the writing. Someone's usually doing the food photography. I'm doing all of that. So my publisher gets a really good deal, which is just, so great for them. And two, it's a lot of work. It's a lot. It's also very daunting, but I love it when it's done. But in the process, it's rather difficult. And I love the photo shoots for them. We're really trying to do great photo shoots now. I'm having a lot of fun with new photo shoots, doing a lot more entertaining style stuff. But so with Quick and Cozy, it was very condensed because I procrastinated it. And my publisher hates me for that, right? But it was a #1 New York Times bestseller, so I don't know. And it beat out Ina Garten's book. So you can't hate me that much for it. But I work in a way that's very I need a little bit of fire under me to really, especially something like a book, to get it done. And when you're on your 4th, and now I'm on my 5th, the 5th is even worse than the 4th, the motivation. And I have a different publisher, and they need the 2 years. So I better.
What publisher did you switch to?
It is an off-print of Simon & Schuster. Okay. Don't ask me what that name is, because I couldn't tell you.
Is this the first book that you're with this new publisher?
Yeah.
Yeah. So has it been a different process so far? Or?
No, it's just that, for me, because I do so much of it, it's just the publisher and making sure that they're, what will I haven't found out yet is how they're going to put the book together, which will be the design and that kind of stuff. And if they listen to me, and we'll see.
Yeah. Because it is a collaborative effort. I mean, have you ever been... Were there circumstances over the past 4 books where they didn't see the vision that you had? And then who won that battle?
Sure. But I'm very persistent. And with my first book, I didn't know any better. So I don't know that I put up a fight with anything. But then my second book, that was, guys, help me out. Was that Super Simple, I want to say? I think it was Super Simple, which I think came out on the verge of the pandemic. So with the title of Super Simple, that book, I want to say, either the first book or that book is still, I don't know. I think the new books have beat those numbers, but it skyrocketed because of the pandemic and everybody was cooking. It was a great time to release a cookbook. And so I had a lot of leg to stand on after that book. So, I won those battles. And yes, there were definite battles. There was with,
what's something that comes to mind?
There's a whole, so with the cover of Every Day, they wanted to put, I don't remember what they wanted on the cover, but I said, no, I want the pierogies. And we got the pierogies.
How much pushback did you get about the pierogi pushback?
Oh, they did not want those. And the greatest part about it, I've gotten so much good feedback about the pierogies and them being the perfect cover, and no one's complained.
You feel vindicated. Oh, yeah. There they are, the famous pierogies.
They're sweet potato pierogies too, so hey, a little more nutrients for you.
Yeah, a little nutrient-dense option. Any other stories you have behind the scenes, collaborating with publishers and that creative process?
They really do hate me. That is very true. I'm
okay.
No, I'm not joking, because I tend to push it to past the deadline with the cookbook. The cookbooks are hard. They are a hard thing to really work on, because for me, what I love so much about the website is that I get to instantly see you guys cooking these recipes, instant you seeing them, see that you enjoy them, understand what you like about it, what you don't like about it, what I could make better. And with the cookbooks, when I'm creating recipes 2 years out, usually in 2 years, I'm not going to like that recipe again. I get so bored so quickly. It's not that I don't like it. I like all the cookbooks. I think they're great. We love them. But
I get it, because I
get bored really fast.
You're getting bored, and you're the one that's mauling out. What's that process look to what determines that makes the book or makes the website?
Oh, versus the recipe? What content? With the book, I really try, with all of the books, I really try to make them there's like an element of it that just feels a little bit more special, even if it's just down to the styling of it and whatnot, or it's a recipe that's maybe very similar to something on the website, but has been taken and made easier for you guys, or adapted to whatever the theme of the book is. Really trying to hone in on just creating the best of the best recipes. Not that the website isn't, but with the website, you do have the beauty of going in and editing and fixing an issue. With the book, you do not, and that is one thing too. Especially with the first 2 books, we definitely in the reprints of those books had edits where I don't think we had one for Quick and Cozy though. So we didn't have any edits. So
Interesting.
When you do reprints of the book, like when it sells and they need to be reprinted so that more stores can have it, that is the time when you have to be able to go in and like fix a spelling error or fix something that like didn't print right or whatever it is. So with the first 2 books, we did have some of those, but with Every Day and Quick and Cozy, I don't think we did. So perfecting the process.
You're perfecting the process. Is there a recipe that you had in any of the books that you wish you didn't put in the book?
No, and honestly, the recipes that I tend to be like, oh my God, I hate that photo, or that's like, ugh, that recipe, they're everyone's favorite.
Interesting. So which one do you're like, not for me, but the people love?
I mean, people still love the first cookbook, and I look at that book and I'm like, oh my God, those photos are so bad, I can't. And the recipes are longer too. That is the most time intensive, I think, not like well thought out recipe wise book that there is, but everyone uses it. Everyone cooks from it. It's still being sold today. It's, to me, crazy town.
Well, you're seeing it from the creative process of like your evolution and growing and doing books better, doing photography
Absolutely.
better.
But I'm really glad that the recipes are great for people and they enjoy them. That's amazing.
For Quick and Cozy, what was the cutoff for the quick part of Quick and Cozy? Like, how quick are we talking about?
Well, most of the recipes are 30 minutes or less. Some of them, if they're some of them are crockpot style, where they're slow cooking, they just cook all day. Some of them are like 1 hour sheet pan recipes, things like that. So it was very much that, but like simplicity, minimal-ish ingredients, but like still, I like to cook with whole ingredients, so that tends to be a lot of spices or herbs and things like that, which can add up. But it's like if you have the dried spices in your cabinet, they're there. Like, it's easy.
Mm-hmm. What ingredient do you swear by for flavor that you can't live without?
Smoked paprika is really good. Really good.
Why? Tell me about it.
It's smoky. It's really flavorful. It's definitely, you can tell it's a little bit more special than like just a regular paprika because of the smokiness to it. It's not overpowering, but it tends to add a lot to most dishes, and it's a really great color. And I'm all about aesthetics. We eat with our eyes.
Is there...
You make all those healthy recipes look good, and people will eat them.
Yeah. Well, something my clinic manager said was that you can swap. Like if you're gluten-free, your recipes, even if they're not gluten-free, are easily swapped, and you kind of make it easy for people.
Yeah, I get that feedback all of the time, and I'm so happy about it. That's amazing, amazing feedback. And I think what I do too is I constantly am allowing, I say, if you don't have this, do it with what works for you. Make the recipe work for you. If it's cookies, maybe follow the recipe. I can't help you there. Baking is an exact science, and it drives me insane too. So,
if someone is gluten-free, do you have a favorite gluten-free flour alternative that you like to bake with?
I really don't, because I tend to think and I understand if you're gluten-free, I hear you, like that's whatever. A lot of them just you lose out, like they're not necessarily always more nutritious either. A lot of times things are being like added like sugars and stuff like that. So I watch out for that.
Junk food, yeah.
And it's like I'd rather just eat the white flour or the whole wheat flour. But I'm trying to think. I mean, you can tell me, which I've heard different things about like brown rice flour and stuff like that. So I don't know.
I like rice flour a lot. I think it's a great option. Is there an ingredient that you personally refuse to cook with?
I would never say never, because I always say it's like, why not try something? I don't have any interest in using Spam. I'm sorry.
That's a good answer, Tieghan.
Yeah.
I think that's your cutoff line.
You know what, though? Do you guys know Creighton? He's Cleveland boy, and he's, of course, not here. He's in Italy. He one-upped us there with the Italy trip. But I don't think he would eat one today, but he's always loved
This is your brother?
my oldest brother.
Okay.
Hot dogs. He's a good ballpark hot dog. Hot dogs make me want to gag. No.
What did you make this for?
Processed meats are scary
Yeah,
to me.
so processed meat. That's a good
Unless
good
it's
category.
deli meat, which in case, delicious.
What did you this past 4th of July? Did you make anything?
Well, so for the 4th of July, we were actually in Rhode Island. So that was really experiencing a new place. I did not make anything for the 4th of July, but I did do a fun 4th of July menu. And we did appetizers and drinks for it and desserts, which was really fun. We did like a really beautiful tomato salad, we did cheeseburgers on a skewer, which was like just a patty with like a cheese and some tomato and whatever skewered. It was like meatballs basically. But what else was on that menu? There was like a corn dish. Oh, a pasta salad. I love a pasta salad in the summer. I think they're so delicious and so easy to just toss a bunch of your garden produce in there.
What's the ultimate pasta salad? If I'm not a pasta salad expert, so break it down.
Well, you should be, because if you eat pasta, you could just toss a bunch of vegetables in there or protein and whatever it is. I know everyone's very big on their protein these days. I agree. Me too. My favorite pasta salad is honestly one that my dad would just throw together in the summer, which is so simple. A lot of times he would literally just do broccoli and cubes of sharp cheddar cheese tossed with the pasta and throw in like fresh basil, cherry tomatoes from his garden. He had a big garden when we lived in Cleveland. Not big. It was not big. Let me rephrase. He had a garden when we lived in Cleveland, and he did like bell peppers and really delicious cherry tomatoes. I love a cherry tomato. So he would just throw that in there, and then tons and tons of cheese. My dad was like the guy that pulled everything out of the fridge and put it in there and called it a dinner, like tossed it and called it dinner. But I love today, I actually just posted a party pasta salad that I adore, that I make all of the time. It's a very much like, it's got some Italian meats in it and some spicy, like, I can't say that. I know there's a lot of Italian people in Cleveland, so it's got some really good, yummy Italian deli meats in there. It's got, which I know aren't that great for you, but they're so good.
This is a no judgment zone.
Yeah. Some mozzarella, some provolone cheese, tons and tons of vegetables, tons and tons of fresh herbs, and a very simple, like Italian style dressing that is not like, it's olive oil based, so it's pretty like light.
Got it. Potluck. What's your go-to ultimate potluck meal that you're bringing?
Oh, chili. I love chili.
What's in the chili?
Well, it either a white chicken chili, which is one of my most popular recipes on the website, or like my grandma's beef chili, which, I mean, chili's just, it's so good. It's got spices. I like to use ground beef. Sometimes I'll use a little bit of like ground beef and ground bison or something like that, or really into venison right now.
There's the Cleveland.
With the liver.
Ohio. I'm from Western Pennsylvania. Venison is like, it's the state dish, I think.
No one really buys that meat.
Yeah.
Do they actively buy it?
No, you have to know somebody, and he'll get you the venison.
Well, no, do you ever use that Force of Nature meat?
Yeah, that's true. You can do Force of Nature,
and they
or
put the liver organs in there, so I've been using
the
a lot of that.
ancestral blends. Yeah.
Yes.
Tell people about it for people that don't know.
Well, so liver organs are apparently incredible for you. You can give all the detail on that. But they mix in the liver. Why am I blanking? The liver.
The liver, the heart. There's different organ meats.
I was looking for the organ. Yeah, so they mix in the organs, and you do not taste them. Okay, my mother, who is like the pickiest eater in the world, she will not eat the venison. She'll eat the beef. She does say she knows a difference, and I'm like, Mom, come on, like, God, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, so a lot of telehealth patients, they don't like the taste. So you can just, it's basically diluting the taste. It's basically 2/3 regular meat, 1/3 organ meats.
Right. She doesn't know that the organs are in there when it's beef. But again, she just had ribs on we did ribs on the 4th of July, just so you do know what we did. Very American. Because Creighton loves ribs, and I was with Creighton. She had ribs with like a sugary barbecue sauce on them, and I don't usually, like, when I make barbecue sauce, I don't really like do a lot of sugar in it or anything like that, and I usually use like a honey or something, or like a maple. She thinks that it really upset her stomach because of all the sugar, which maybe it did. I don't know. She's not used to eating all that sugar, she says.
You use a lot of olive oil, avocado oil in your recipes over seed oils like canola oil. Is that intentional?
I'm actually a big butter girl.
Okay.
I like to use a butter over olive oil. Olive oil is just good. So it's great in a vinaigrette. It's great, for certain things. It's great as like a marinade. But as far as like cooking and baking and like, I love a really good salted, at least 82% like butter fat, organic, grass-fed.
Kerrygold?
I actually... See, but Kerrygold's not organic.
No, it's not, but it's grass-fed.
Is it? Oh, no.
Yeah.
So Kerrygold is good.
Yeah.
I've only had it a couple times.
Yeah.
I love Whole Foods sells a couple like really fancy French brands that I have been really loving, and you can smell the difference, you guys. You can smell the difference. You can taste the difference. It hits the pan, and you're like, wow, that's what butter smells like. I didn't know that, you know. And always salted.
Always salted. So you're using these whole food oils and fats, butter, grass-fed butter, olive oil, avocado oil. Is that intentional from a health perspective for you, or is it mainly taste to avoid these seed oils like canola oil, vegetable oil, soybean oil, these sunflower oil?
I would say it's like a mix, but it's just not hard. Like, that's the way that I've always cooked. My dad never cooked with seed oils, and I cooked the way that, like, I grew up.
Got it.
And the only thing that, like, my mom would use in her oatmeal cookies was canola oil. And I will say that, like, one, I think that they've never been made the same as most delicious as when my mom makes them, and she wouldn't make them with canola oil anymore because that woman, like, doesn't eat sugar or anything like that anymore, which she used to be a chocoholic. She only does cacao now, like very minimal. So they just didn't cook with those types of oils. So like and my mom has always used butter on like everything. Mm-hmm. So
you grew up with having canola oil in your cookies the way your mom made it. Now she swapped it.
Sorry. So yeah, I didn't finish my story.
Okay.
My mom made these really delicious, and see, we still make them, oatmeal cookies, but it uses a cup of canola oil. And they were always delicious when she made them, one with the canola oil and one in Cleveland. And now in Colorado, and without the canola oil, like I'll do melted butter, or I've tried avocado oil. They're just not the same.
Got it. What does a bad cooking day look like for you? And how do you move past it, reset?
I just get up, and I have a lot of willpower and discipline. I think that's the Cleveland in me, honestly, or definitely my dad in me. I just get up and do it again. And you always get up, you don't, like, I don't really let a lot of things knock me down. They might knock me down for like a second, but then I'm like, I usually just get back up and try to do it better. So a bad day of cooking, though, honestly, it's not usually the cooking, it's more the photos. I really take a lot of time with the photos. Usually I don't have a lot of recipes that like don't work sometimes. If it's baking, you guys, that's a different story. I've had a lot of interest. I've had cakes explode in the oven. I have had lasagna shatter when I pulled it out because I dropped it. That was really fun. And yeah, but it's more photo wise. Like if I didn't get a photo that I wanted, the food just was like ugly, and it just sometimes when food's super super ugly, then I give up, and I'm like,
So is it just it's not translating to the photo. It's like maybe looking pretty in person, and it's just not.
Yeah, if you guys have ever tried to take a food photo and style it and do all of the stuff, well, it's like a hot pasta or something. It's not easy.
I don't know the first step to it, but every time I take a picture of food, it never looks good. So what are some pro tips if people want to have, if they just have an iPhone, what are some tips for those aspiring food content creators?
Well, the iPhone cameras are great. So you like are really in good hands there. They do a lot of the work. They do most of the work for you, which is great. But in terms of actually like styling it and making the food good, I would always add something fresh, an element of like a green, a pop of basil, a little sprig of dill, whatever like is in the recipe. Always add a fresh herb on top. Can never go wrong with a pretty crispy prosciutto. Like small additions like that really, really help.
Got it. You mentioned 80-20 being a rule for you, like 80% eating cleaner, 20%, living.
To be honest, I don't really think about it though, you guys, because like I just don't like. Nothing's an indulgent thing for us. Nothing's a like. This isn't. I won't like. I would never say like I won't ever eat anything. Like I don't know. If there's a time and a place, like you got to live your life. Mm-hmm. I don't think about it at all, and I think to your point, the stress and anxiety that it causes people is actually worse for your body, worse for your mental state, worse for your digestion. When I'm anxious, like like you can tell it's not things are off. So, I don't think it's just the way that I've luckily always grown up eating. My mom, for whatever reason, we ate junk, don't get me wrong, and we're from Cleveland. So like if any of you guys grew up in Cleveland, you're growing up eating the packaged foods and stuff like that. But just through like, I find I enjoy nutrition. I enjoy learning about it. I enjoy learning about the things that I'm cooking. So I've definitely learned a lot through podcasts, but it's easy to do when you're just cooking with whole foods because you can create delicious recipes with whole foods easily.
I think that's what you've done because you're not shoving it down people's throats as far as like this is healthy and here's the do's and don'ts.
No diets. I think the diets are the worst thing.
You're focusing on aesthetics and beauty and deliciousness, and you're kind of getting people to eat whole foods even if they don't know it. Was that intentional?
No, none of it was like intentional, honestly, you guys. So like I can't, there's no like, I had a problem to solve and I need to solve it now. Like there's a little bit of intention behind it. Like, I love providing you guys with an answer to your dinner problems, with how you can do a dinner party, how you can create Christmas easily, how you can keep your dishes warm. I love all of that. Like I love being able to solve a problem for you guys, answer your questions, and like that, have that purpose. And now I have like more of a goal and things that I want to give to you guys and be able to get back. But like there wasn't any intention behind that.
Wait, these are some hot questions. So how do you keep dishes warm?
Well, that's why I think that our place oven thing would be really great for the holidays because it has so many different abilities to it. And like, I think it has like 3 or 4 racks. Yeah. And so if you do a big Thanksgiving, that is in second oven essentially, or a third oven if you have 2. And it's, to me, that seems like a great like place to keep things warm, like rolls and like casseroles. I don't know. Yeah.
For someone that's not great in the kitchen, like this guy right here, what's one of your dishes that like even I wouldn't fail at? Like what should I start with?
Well, a pasta salad is great. I don't know how anybody could fail at a pasta salad. If you can make a salad dressing, which I assume you can. Yeah.
So I needed your dad's pasta salad, or was this in one of your books?
The newest one that's honestly one of my favorites. I do have a dad's pasta salad in the very first cookbook. It's good. This one's better. And I just posted it a couple days ago. But there's so many different pasta salads up there. There's caprese. There's like super simple things like caprese. But it's not like traditional caprese because I kind of think that's like a little boring. I think I have like more herbs and spices in there. A pasta salad, but any of the salads you can make. The salads are typically usually just mix the dressing, toss it with the greens and a ton of produce and like a grilled chicken or steak or something.
Got it. Do you get feedback from your audience about different dietary restrictions? And if so, like what are some of the ones that you hear?
I think you do the cocktails too.
Cocktails?
Like you do a mocktail.
Okay. I don't, yeah, perfect. Mocktail. Something that I heard from our friend Katie, who's a massive fan of yours. By the
Hi,
way. She is
Katie.
a massive fan. I'm putting her on the spot right now. Sorry, Katie. She said that for people that don't drink, you always give great alternatives for alcohol.
Oh yeah. Well, so in the last, so every single December, well, it's a lot earlier now. I do a holiday cocktail series, and ever since probably the last 3-ish years, I would say, I always include how to omit the tequila or whatever it is, because usually I don't use alcohols that are like blends. I don't use a blend. If I'm using an alcohol, it's going to be a tequila. Unless like sangria. Replacing wine's a little tricky, but I will say that like you can replace a fall sangria with like an apple cider. I think apple cider is such a good like replacement for a wine or like a sparkling wine, especially if it's set sparkling. And I love a good spiced apple cider. So good. No sugars added, just spices and apples, and it's the best. So yeah, I typically just use like tequila or vodka. And those are the main ones that I'm honestly using the most. And then, sometimes I'll throw in like a little bit of I do like a bourbon. And so, but in place of bourbon, again, I think you can use things like apple cider and again, like apple cider vinegar and all different kinds of things. It's usually a really easy swap, or you just leave it out.
Yeah. So the mocktails you mentioned, I could do that. What's your go-to mocktail recipe right now?
Oh, that's so easy for summer. I would take like fresh peaches, muddle them down with like some basil, maybe a little bit of either like lemon and lime. Top it. I will say like someone needs to make a good ginger beer that is not so sugary. I love a ginger beer, and I think it's the greatest mixer. And top it off with either like a ginger beer or so like really simple. So you have like fresh peach juice, a little bit of basil, maybe a little bit of lemon or lime, and then either a ginger beer or sparkling water.
Yeah. Great tips. You mentioned photography. That's what takes a lot of time. Are you getting natural light? Is it more lights inside? Like, what's the best picture?
I could make my life so much easier if I used some artificial lights, but I don't. I love to make things really hard on myself, you guys. I use only natural light, and it can be really difficult sometimes.
Got it. Are you shooting this mainly at your house?
Yes. Just at my house.
Got it. And then is there anyone from the publishers like coming to your house, or is this your solo?
Never. No.
Have they offered to, and you've said,
yeah, I've said
get
no,
away?
never. I can come to them.
Have they ever wanted you? This seems like a publisher thing that I could see that's happening.
Why do your publishers come to you?
Well, no. I just meant no, they don't. I just meant like from a photography standpoint. Since you do the photography and you're the author, I wonder how hands-on. Because what they do for books like mine, they will get the food photographer for like the recipes that we've
developed. It's a nice thing. Stress you don't have to worry about, right?
Exactly.
Trust
so now
me,
I'm
I've
thinking,
thought about it.
Is that something that they've suggested? Have someone else take the pictures?
No, they've never suggested that.
Because that's part of what you do.
Yeah, they've suggested things like help, which I really got to do. But I have a hard time. I like to create like in my own headspace and I have like a zone. And it's really hard when I have like people around and to be creative. I take a while. It's not like a lot of these cookbooks are made like they're photographed in 2 weeks. I could never do that.
So this is very much a creative process that can't have a lot of time constraints or people being involved with it for you to be in the zone.
I'm trying to get a little bit more help with this last book because it's just a lot. But like having someone do the helping me find props for the new book and stuff like that. I'm my dad usually does my dishes, but he's been gone so much. So I've finally welcomed, I have someone at home that helps me with the dishes and the groceries, which is nice.
Mm-hmm. Grocery shopping when you're preparing, how are you doing that? Is there specific grocery stores you like for the books? Where are you going to grocery shop?
I'm in like the middle of not nowhere because it is a ski resort and it's it's not in the middle of nowhere, but it's not accessible like what you guys have here or what LA has or New York has or really any other non-small town. It's a small town. It's a ski town. So we do have Whole Foods, thankfully. That was put in a couple years ago, and it saved me. So I do a lot of shopping at Whole Foods, but I do a lot online, a lot of ordering online. And I also just do a lot at my local my Kroger grocery store. Like, you can still get organic. You can still get all of that stuff. You guys have Kroger here, right?
We don't have Kroger, but yeah, Cleveland does, right? Kroger? Michigan.
Well, my mom used to shop at Mark's. Is Mark's still around? I love Mark's. They honestly had really good, it's like discount. They used to have a really good produce, though. I will say, don't knock it. Just because it's a discount store.
This episode is brought to you by Mark's. It's not, guys. It's not. They're not sponsoring this episode. So, okay, these are some great tips.
But I do a lot of Whole Foods. I do a lot of like the local grocery store. We don't really like summer farmers markets are not a thing. We do have one, but they sell like arts and crafts.
Wow.
Yeah.
You think in Colorado?
It's really hard to grow where I am. Denver, absolutely. There's lots of farmers markets, but where I am, I'm at almost 10,000 feet. Nothing grows.
Got it. So when you have around a farmer's market, do you like going to farmer's markets?
Oh, yeah. I would love to have a farmer's market. I do think they're really, really expensive, unfortunately. But I think it's a great way to shop.
Yeah.
I would shop at a farmer's market. I did a shoot in Montauk, which is up in, they call it the end of the world, but it's the Hamptons, essentially. I mean, I've never seen prettier strawberries in my life. I'm like, I just need these in my life always. How
has living in the mountains in Colorado shifted your career or how you see food? I mean, how's it inspired you?
I don't think it's really shifted much of anything, honestly. It's very it's a ski town. So like where I am is it's more isolated. Like you either come and you ski and there's restaurants and they're good restaurants. I love Colorado. I love where I live. It's beautiful, you guys. It's absolutely beautiful. We do a lot of hiking, all that stuff. But like food wise, it's not like a food scene. You know what I mean? Denver, again, food scene, but not like where I am.
So you're in Telluride, or
I'm in Silverthorne, which is right. If any of you guys are familiar, Vail Resorts, Breckenridge, Vail, Keystone, Copper Mountain.
Got it.
Silverthorne is like the town that like the locals live in because it's like where no one wants to get a hotel. Don't get a hotel in Silverthorne.
Note to self. Would you ever go back to Cleveland?
In the summer. I love it here in the summer. We're actually renovating the studio right now. And so I'm kind of I'm in like a little bit of a limbo mode because I need to cook. And so one of the options on the table is coming back to Cleveland for like a month or two. And just being at my grandpa's house because he's not there or whatever. But I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't think I could do Cleveland, but I do love Cleveland. The winters are pretty rough. Even from Pittsburgh. It's rough winters.
I don't mind them. I get out. I travel a lot though, so I break it up. I guess is what I'm saying. I break it up.
Like I think that we tend to forget in the summer can be a lot of rain in Cleveland though, and dark days.
Yeah.
But I love the summer.
We're really selling
I love
it now.
the fall.
The tourism board for Ohio is really loving this right now.
Fall. You guys know I'm such a Cleveland girl. I love the summers here. I love the fall here. I miss the leaves so much. Yes, the leaves are really pretty. If you come in September where I live, they are gorgeous, but they're nothing like an Ohio fall. Nothing.
I love it.
And the apples, so good.
So good. Anything else you miss about Ohio?
Oh, I mean, so many things. This is home to me. Cleveland is home. Absolutely. So many things, even down to things like the trick or treating. They don't trick or treat where we live. Going and picking apples and stuff like that's just like not a thing in Colorado. And also, not everyone is kind, but it's there's a lot of kind people here.
It's true.
Hard workers, and being in a vacation town, you get a whole slew of everything. Yeah. And it's Colorado, so there's a good amount of like stoners and stuff like that too.
What's the biggest misconception that people have about what you do, like full-time food content creator, recipe developer, author, photographer, all the things. What do people don't understand?
Well, I think that people don't understand how much I'm doing behind the scenes, for sure. I don't, even when you're just even a content creator, typically you have someone taking your photos. Typically you have someone doing, putting together your website post. There's a lot being done for these creators. And I think that's one of the reasons why I have been able to build such a following and also continue to keep that following, is because it's the connection with me personally. I've always been very, very personal with my community. I, treat them like family. And I think with a lot of creators, you're getting a lot of people that work for them. And while we have built out a team, it's still small. It's too small. We really need to build it out more, because my mom is also my business partner. So when your mom is your business partner, your dad is very much a sounding board that is, even my freaking uncle's trying to get into things these days. I'm getting like 1 million emails from this guy a day. And I'm like, what is going on
and
here?
Tegan's uncle's in the building right now. That's why we're saying this.
He's right here, guys. Uncle Al.
Uncle Al. We love you, Uncle Al.
So it's very family oriented. I do try to like limit what I show of them on social media, just because people are, guys, let's just put a smile on. Like, come on. There's no reason. What are you doing with your life if you're sitting there like hating on someone on the internet? Like, go find something else to do. But so I do try to like, I'm careful about that, especially with little Oslo, but he's too cute not to show. It's hard.
Yeah. I was going to ask you about that. We covered that a bit the last time we talked, but I'm curious to, like, you mentioned you're conscious of not sharing too much about your personal life, in part because...
Unless it's Creighton, in which case it's just, we don't care.
Game.
It's fair game.
It's fair game. But why, like, what do people say? They say things they never say to your face, right? These keyboard warriors.
Horrible.
Yeah. So, I mean, is that something that you've talked with your family? Like, they ask you not to share, or you've said, I'm not going to share?
My family's pretty low key. Like, my mom hates getting her photo taken, but then she's like, I'm not at any of the photos. I'm like, because you won't let me. Like, you won't let me. So my dad could care less. Actually, some of my younger brothers, so like my younger brother Malachi, like he won't not be, but he doesn't care to be. He doesn't want to be on the internet or anything like that. Redmond is, if he could choose to not be on the internet, he would, but he has no choice. He's on the internet because I'm sure you all know, if you follow, Red's the Olympic snowboarder, yada, 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 yada. And so he's got his own thing going on. One of my older brothers, my third older brother could care less. My second older brother, you don't want to see that. He's very loud. We love him, but he's very loud. And then, Ozzo's adorable. Yeah, Asher. But like, I try to, especially with Ozzo and Asher, because they're younger. That's kind of who I'm protective of.
How do you have that healthy boundary with technology and that privacy that you still want of the humanity's lost on social media oftentimes? Yeah.
For me, it's really easy. I hate my phone. Like, anytime that, like, I'm not the greatest. I don't get back to you very well. So for me, it's really, really easy. I set like a year or a couple years ago, probably, I would say, I said, I'm turning off all notifications. And then I said, I'm only looking at Instagram when I'm doing, my mom and I called them like a plank, but like, what are they technically called in yoga? Like, I don't know, some kind of stretch. And so I'll only do it when I'm doing that, and I'll do it for as long as I can go or whatever. And then I don't scroll at all. And then I stopped doing that, and I just started answering people's text messages instead of social media, because I'm like, I don't even care. I just don't care. And as far as sharing on social media, I only want to share value. I don't want to share something that's like stupid. I do share my travels and stuff like that, but I think that on the internet these days, there's a lot of like, people making their lives look better than they really are. And then it just makes everybody else feel really, really bad. So I try to be as real as possible with it all. Because I'm just your average girl at the end of the day, and I'm not trying to be anybody else. So
that's awesome. Do you have like time limits? You mentioned like
I I don't go on though. That's so easy for me. I don't go on. Like I'm only going on to work. So
Yeah.
there's no time limits. While I'm on it often, I do not scroll. I do not watch stories. So like that's not an issue for me.
Yeah.
It's so easy for me to be like, goodbye.
I love it. You know, as you know, the podcast is called The Art of Being Well. You did this last time. I forget what I asked you, but do you remember doing this?
No.
At the end, it's okay. I don't remember what questions I asked you. But at the end of every episode, we have your art of being well. First question is, this is a really good question for you. What is the worst tasting healthy food that you eat that you don't do for taste? This is going to be difficult for you, but you just do for the health benefits. Is there anything in your life where you're like, I tolerate it, but I don't love
You're a
it?
Symbiotica guy, right?
I like Symbiotica, yeah.
That one, they have. The only reason I thought of this is because they sent it to me again. But there, Charvine has that one product that he says is like the everything of health. It's like comes in a jar, like the black.
I'll have to check this out. No, Charvine, if you're listening to this,
It's so bad. I
need to figure out what this is, what you're talking about.
It's so bad, but apparently it's like the key to your health.
If you had to describe the taste, what would you?
I don't even know. I haven't had it in a couple of years. I just remember I did it, and I was like, I don't think that's worth it. But otherwise, I really can't think of a food that's, that like a horrible flavor. I only like mint and drinks. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you like licorice? People have strong opinions about licorice.
I'm not the biggest. Well, like not the candy licorice at all.
Yeah, no, I'm saying the
but
taste
I like
of
star anise, which is a licorice, but I think it can add a really great cozy element to a lot of recipes. I think it's a really beautiful. I use it a lot. You have to use it very sparingly.
Got it. What do you?
But like turmeric, like my dad says, he sometimes has an issue with turmeric. I'm like, turmeric? How do you can't even taste turmeric? He hates to like. He doesn't hate. That's a strong word. He does not like mint at all. Rosemary, he's a little like if it's too, and I agree, it can be a lot, very overpowering.
Do you like cilantro?
I love cilantro.
I love cilantro too. Some people don't like it. Strong opinions.
I'm not a matcha person. I think matcha is really not good.
Taste wise.
Yet I don't like it.
Antioxidant wise,
I don't
it's
want
golden,
it too because like I think I would like it if I made it sweet. I don't want to, so I just drink an Americano every morning or black coffee. Because that was just what I never drank anything else. That's what my dad did.
Yeah.
And Folgers, but we've upgraded since then. We've upgraded since Folgers.
Yeah. What's your go-to coffee?
Kion.
Kion. Oh, that's good. Like a mold-free.
Yeah. I just do the Kion beans. And I do their aminos. And I do their coffee.
Great.
Yeah.
Great tip. You mentioned loving to travel. What's somewhere you've been that should be on other people's bucket list?
Well, Seoul, South Korea was incredible, and we did not get to spend enough time there. We unfortunately got to spend all of the time up like in the mountain area, and that's go to the city. That looked incredibly cool. I only spent probably like 24 hours in Seoul, but really, really, really cool. And I mean, I haven't really been. I'm not the biggest. It's interesting. You've spent so much time in Mexico. I haven't found a Mexico City that I love yet. Creighton loves it, but I would like to see Mexico City.
Yeah, me too. I've heard great things.
Yeah, my family went over the sometime spring, I think. They loved it. Yeah.
What's somewhere you haven't been to? Maybe it's Mexico City that's on your top of your list to go to.
Oh, well, Italy. I've been to France, and I think the south of France is amazing. I'm excited. I'm going to Paris for the first time this fall, and then Italy. But I'm actually going to Italy in February.
Amazing.
And my parents are there now. So.
Which part of Italy? Well,
I'll be in Milan, and then wherever the Olympics are. Does anybody know?
Milan? No,
but not the snowboarding some mountain area.
Oh, this is your brother.
Yeah. Sorry, the Winter Olympics are this year. So we're all going over in February, and Red is going. we're all going in February, so we'll be in Italy, and I'm gonna try to be in Milan most of the time. We'll see. Although my mom did find a really pretty house for all of us, and there's like, I'm talking, I mean, there's got to be 20 plus between the grandkids and the cousins. I mean, there's a lot. And their kids. Are all the kids coming? Yeah.
It's a family affair.
They're young kids.
Uncle Al's going. He'll be there.
He's bailed. Are you going? Oh, he's going.
Okay, good. What's the most to date? What's the most controversial thing you've posted about on social media? Unintentionally, maybe, because you post about beautiful food.
You.
Am I about the list?
Yeah.
I normally make the list. I normally make the list.
Yeah. Sometimes back in the pandemic days, I was getting called out a lot for like cultural appropriation because of like, you know, taking a Korean recipe and using a different ingredient that wasn't Korean and calling it Korean and stuff like that. And I'm not going to, because this is a podcast, we're just going to zip it there. But I did get called out a lot for that. And that was kind of hard and annoying and tricky to deal with.
Do you, like, when you post something like me or
Something
a Korean dish?
Something that I posted about my family. I mean, really stupid stuff. Yeah.
Do you ever...
A podcast that I like.
Do you ever feel like, okay, I'm going to self-censor now and not post about this next time?
No.
Love that. Do you feel like that culture has changed? Like people are less likely to be that?
Thankfully,
I
yes.
feel like it has.
Yes.
Kind of come back to the middle a bit.
Yes. I think, yes, I agree.
Tegan, this has been a great time, guys. Since this is a live episode, maybe we can get someone from the audience to ask Tieghan a question. Can we do that? This is kind of spur of the moment. Anybody want to come up on the mic and ask a question? Katie? I failed it.
Come on up.
Anybody?
I can. If she doesn't want to come up, I can repeat it for her.
Yeah, come on up. Yeah. All right.
I don't know where you want me. Right here. Yeah. Okay. What is your favorite of all-time dish?
Come on. Everyone asks me this. I cannot tell you. It really is based on the season and what season it is.
Okay, for summer.
For summer, probably like a savory peach dish. Maybe like a peach caprese salad, but like with a little bit more, like probably an actual vinaigrette, not just basil, salt, and pepper. I think tomatoes are a little bit overused in the summer. I do love a pasta salad in the summer. That party pasta salad is like a go-to for me. Something with the fresh produce. That's so hard because I love peaches. I love nectarines. Maybe like a zucchini banana. I mean, there's so many recipes that I could go through. A pasta salad's great in the summer, though.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Tieghan, thanks for coming on. Where do people get the book, learn about your work?
The books are everywhere. They're all on Amazon. You can get them you can get them through the website. The website is halfbakedharvest.com. Socials are all Half Baked Harvest, Tieghan Gerard. I'm pretty easy to find.
Tieghan, thanks for coming on.
Thanks, guys.